Alright, come on, computer. Alright, so starting this stream off, tearing apart another backpack blower that's seized up. Pull cord doesn't do anything, and got a distinct feeling I know what the problem is, and it's not the pull cord. This is the second one that is seized up recently. These guys. In fact, the last one that seized up was no oil in their fuel mix. And I think this is the same thing, unfortunately. Come off recoil starter. Take this whole thing off. So quick check. Yeah, it's definitely not the recoil starter. Pop the spark plug out. Still no movement. So I'm going to start tearing this apart. And then I'll take the engine out and we'll the motor and end up checking the piston and seeing what it looks like. It's definitely not something I can fix right now, but at least be able to diagnose what's wrong with it. What the hell is it? It's a BR800 backpack blower. So tearing this whole thing apart, piston seized up. They initially thought it was the pull cord, but taking it apart, it's definitely the piston. And then I'm going to be tearing apart the motor, checking the piston to see what it looks like, and seeing whether it was just it overheated or it sucked in debris, or if it was actually the same issue that they had with the last backpack blower that seized up, and that was a bad mix. And I'm thinking that's probably what happened. Was this crew found a can of gas that got mixed improperly, and now we're burning up blowers. Just sell it? Sell a broken blower? Well, considering it's not mine, I can't just sell it. Alright, I need T20. Yeah, well, I'm the one that's supposed to be working on it to fix it, so, or at least diagnosing what's wrong with it and telling them to buy a new one. When it comes to that, is likely going to be the case with this. The last one was salvageable, but I don't know about this. This isn't. That one, the piston still moved a little bit, but this one's totally frozen. Alright, now get the carb unhooked. Get this off. Yeah, well, unfortunately, come end of the world times, parts won't be available, especially when it comes to whatever is wrong with this. Hopefully you're not going to need a leaf blower in the end of days, because I don't know why you're cleaning shit up then. You can certainly fix chainsaws too, though, and that would be useful. Gotta drop this gas tank off. I think this is the third blower I've actually had on in the last month that I've been working on. 3 different blowers. Just keep falling apart. Of course, they're the same type of blower. Alright, I gotta take this totally off. I gotta take this arm off. First. So it's nice of Stihl to make all of their Torx bits except for electrical components. Everything's T27. So you don't have to change a bunch of bits out. I'll just set that aside. Get that. Get this little nut out. And now I need to cut their tape because they put tape on here marking which crew it was, but it's going to hold this together when I want to take it apart. Come on. Yes, it is definitely a leaf blower. So this is the BR800. It's pretty typical for tree companies to use this kind of blower. I think there would be a lot better ways to use for an air supply in a bunker than a backpack blower. You're more likely to just get carbon monoxide poisoning because these produce a lot of CO, smoke, and everything else. Tape's still holding it together even though I cut it. There is a screw under that I can't get to. See if I got a big enough hole in there. Alright. Almost forgot about that one. It's covered up. Get this thing out of here. All the same screw, which helps too. Alright, now I gotta take this fan off. I think that's a 19. Maybe an 18? Yeah, an 18. Alright, now it's just the motor mounts holding this in. I'm going to get the muffler off first. Of course, the plastic's breaking apart on this thing. Yeah, well, kicking this is definitely not going to help it. That's for sure. I see some oil. Ooh, got it to turn a little. Oh my god, that's tight. Definitely something going on. Nice to meet you. I've never been to Indonesia. No, it's definitely not that. Holding it too tight. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That's bad. Don't want to lose these. Keep that all together. I'm going to crack these motor mounts. Last time I did this with a blower, I actually destroyed my T27 that I was trying to do it with. I'm going to need some PB Blast. Where did I put that? There it is. I end up letting this sit on here for a minute. Try and get a little bit of penetrating oil in there. dirty. Yeah, it very likely is a cylinder full of corrosion, or what I think is they just didn't mix their fuel right and burned it up. That's the most likely thing, because we just had a blower just like this where the cylinder seized up, and that's probably what happened. Was they found the one can that had a bad mix. Well, hello everyone else that joined. I've got 139 people in here. Holy shit. So I work on a lot of different small engines, whether it's chainsaws or blowers, anything that's related to tree work. I work for a tree company as an arborist, and I actually get all of their stuff to go fix when I go home too. Hillsboro, Ohio. You're not terribly far away. You're just one state over. I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, and there goes my T27. That's great. See if I can't break it more. Yeah, that's shit. All right. Well, that's not gonna work. God damn, that's a little more something in there. Grind. No, I'm not gonna grind off one of the engine or the motor mounts. That's a bad idea. I would recommend you go to a motorcycle mechanic to actually get somebody to do that, or any kind of metal fab people. Let's see what I can do with this. Homemade T27, putting some flat spots in it to try and actually grip it. Nope, that one broke off too. That's great. All right, well, at least I got two of them out. Bitch. It's not how I wanted the stream to go. Breaking all my tools before I even get it apart. Yeah, more and more and more PB blast. I just don't want to make my garage covered in PB blast right now. I just clean this place up. This guy said $500 to grind off a bolt and back it out. That's seems a little excessive. I feel like if you tore it all apart on your own and just left it where it's just that part that he has to grind and back it out, like, or you could buy your own tap set. They're really not that expensive. Let's see if I got my gauge somewhere around here. Make sure this. Where the hell did that go? It's spinning a little bit better now, but that could just be that. That's not. That one really broke off in there. Let it soak in a little bit before I try this again. And now I'm just making a mess. Yeah, it would back out if I torch it, but if I get my MAP gas torch anywhere in there, it's also going to melt the plastics, and I really don't want to do that. Yeah, that's kind of the last thing I want to do, although if this is actually burned up, that's especially not what I want to do, because this will just turn into a parts blower and be extra parts for when another one breaks. So I really would prefer to try not to melt anything. I know is not ideal. I prefer to just get it out, but might not be an option right now. See if I can use the magnet on this. Yeah. End of the T27 that got stuck in there. Yes, a lot of metal fab places, even any kind of engine people are very expensive. It's mostly labor prices. Like even small engine repair places will be charging around $100 an hour, and tearing apart an engine and putting it back together does take quite a bit of time. And you'll run into things like this where you keep breaking all your tools. Man. That's fucking great. Well, let's see if I don't catch it on fire on live stream. That's not nearly enough heat. If I apply any more, this whole thing's gonna burn up. God damn. Ooh. Came loose. Imagine that. That's out. Fuck. It's definitely gonna burn something. Ah, fucking hell. Ah, fuck. God damn it. What should I use? Yeah, I just used an impact and it just sheared off my T27, so that didn't help. And used the drill on another T27, it broke that off too. Let's see if it broke off another one. Great. Let's see. Do I have another one in here somewhere? That's a 20. I've broken off so many of these now, working on stuff. Not gonna work. Of course, my toolbox is a mess. Right now. See if I can find another T27 in here. I don't think I'm going to. Son of a bitch. It's an even smaller one. Yeah, a little pipe would definitely help on it. But it's likely to just break off too. Yeah, putting it in the vise isn't really going to help me. See if I got... Yeah, they're all Torx bits, so everything inside of the stills are all T27s, and I've now broken 3 of them trying to get this one out. Which does not bode well for this live stream, at least. May have to be me going to go pick up more of them just so I can break them. See if I got one over here. What is that? It's another 25. I've actually used up all my T27s. Save that one that I still have on here. They're all broken now. Which is not good. leading to a pretty uneventful stream. Yeah, I did think of giving it a good old whack, seeing if it would break it a little bit out. But I also don't want to break the plastics by hitting it too hard. It's yeah, just wanting me to burn this thing apart. Heat will certainly help, but I also don't want to melt the plastic, so I'm only applied a little bit of heat and obviously started on fire already. And it's a BR800. Yeah, I have some sockets, but I've already broken the one T27 socket one that I had. That was at a different time I broke it. Seeing if I happen to have another one just laying around here somewhere. Before the stream has to join me driving to AutoZone or something, because I really don't feel like going anywhere to go pick anything up. Of course, everything would break right now. What is this? 225. What is this one? It's another fucking T25. Jesus Christ. I have piles of T25s, but I've managed to break all of the T27s. Son of a bitch. Sorry I curse a lot. Not really sorry. Kind of frustrating that I've managed to break God knows how many of them. I've broken 3 of them just doing this today. So, yeah, well, it's not my backpack leaf blower. And Husqvarna backpack blowers and pretty much everything that I've dealt with from Husqvarna has carb issues, so an Allen key, I need a T27. And I've had, in fact, the T27 I just used, B-Van, was impact rated T27 and it broke off. Socket on here. Yeah, actually you are right, I could use that. Get a little bit of leverage on this. See if I can't get one of the smaller ones. This is probably going to break too. Yeah, it's just bending. Now it's a twisty T27. That's great. All right, well, that's the last of them. I've burned through all of them. So at this point, I'm gonna end up sitting here for a minute, contemplating my life choices, and I'm gonna end up going to the store and get more, because that doesn't want to come out. And now that I'm determined to get it out, it's gonna happen, one way or another. Son of a bitch. That sucks. Now I've just got a bunch of broken tools all over the place. But it'll come out tonight, so I'm gonna end up running to AutoZone or somewhere and going to pick up another set of Torx bits. I just wish the last set I had, it came with a whole bunch of T20s and other weird sizes that nobody uses. So that'll be my plan here. So I'm going to end up ending the stream a little bit short, and I'll be right back on in probably, I don't know, 45 minutes to beat this thing apart one way or another. So if you want to see me beat the shit out of this backpack blower, feel free to. Marvin, I don't want to drill it right now. If it comes down to it, I will end up just drilling it. But that'll be a last resort. So right now I'm gonna end up going to the store and getting some more bits. I'll end the stream and I'll come back and you'll see it come apart. It's going to come apart one way or another. Hopefully the frame stays in one piece, but I'm determined now. It's going to happen. So I guess if you want to see it get beat apart, yeah, I'll hit it with a punch before I leave. And I'm not going to order any Snap-on Torx bits because they're fucking garbage and are going to just break the same, but I'm going to pay about $100 more than I would for anything else. But yeah, so I guess subscribe if you want to see me beat the shit out of this thing here in a second. I'll be back on in about 45 minutes and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, definitely not buying anything made by Snap-on. Sorry, man. I would rather not go bankrupt and also have it break. But pay you, the last thing I'll do is drill the head out of the screw. That'll be the absolute last thing I do. Because would prefer to not damage it just so I can keep it as a part, but that'll be the last thing that happens and it'll come apart at the end. Well, if you want to see me beat the hell out of it, Cody, feel free to tune back in about 45 minutes. So, sorry guys, I couldn't get this apart right now, but I'll be back. I'm gonna hit it with a punch here quick after I end the stream, and then I'm gonna soak it in about half a can of PB Blast, and then I'll be back. All right, later guys.